Wall Street crooks. Take one. Ooh, oh, okay. If there's no bailout, there may be a depression. But if there is a bailout, there still may be a depression. The mere fact that the original bailout plan was a no questions asked, no congressional oversight, and no courts could review any of the details at any time makes the whole thing suspicious. And the fact that it has to happen right away before President Bush leaves office makes you think the fix is in. Okay? Now, it might make economic sense to bail these guys out, but it is unjust and unfair to the rest of us. Okay? If we bail these guys out, we'll be keeping the same economic structure that allowed it to happen in the first place. Nothing will change. And sooner or later, these guys will do it again. Right? Guaranteed they're going to do it again. So there'll be future bailouts. But let's say there's no bailouts and we have a depression. Okay? My mother survived a depression and she told me some of the many horror stories. But what she did tell me is that people in her neighborhood, with the help of community organizers and other government agencies, kept the community together and people worked with each other and helped each other out. So if there's a depression, Americans can come through it. We can stick together. We're not a bunch of wusses. You know, we can deal with things. Okay. Now, by the way, what President Bush and your congressman is not telling you that this bailout also includes bailing out Chinese, Japanese, and German banks. Ask your congressman if that's not true. It is. I truly believe that it would be better to abandon this unfair and unjust economic structure of the Wall Street on down. Just abandon it. If it means we're going to have a depression, then bring it on. Okay? Because we're Americans, we can deal with it. But at least we'll have an honest economy afterwards. A bailout is it's just more dishonesty. Okay? We don't need Wall Street permission to survive. If we are going to have a bailout, then don't just take their bad assets. Take all their assets. If we just bail out, pay for their bad assets, then they're going to have their good assets. They're going to be wealthy. They're going to continue to be wealthy at our expense, and they're just going to do the same thing over again. Okay? So, foreclose. Don't just bail out. Foreclose. And then the taxpayers will own these things, and the government can restructure the mortgages and hold on to the good assets to pay it off. Right? That's the minimum amount of fairness that's required. Okay? Anyway, so don't post bail for these Wall Street crooks. No bailout. It is unfair, it is unjust, and it will just keep things the same way as they are now, and this will happen again.